I'm Sean O'Brien, and I'm a Michigan estate planning attorney. No single issue in real estate causes more confusion than joint tenancy. Today, I want to take a moment and explain just how joint tenancy works under Michigan law. I think this basic understanding could save you and your family significant headaches in the future. First, you need to understand that there's several types of joint tenancy. But today, I'm only going to focus on the two most frequently used types, and those are tenants in common and joint tenants with full rights of survivorship. Let's say there's two brothers. We'll call them John and Paul. They decide one day to buy a cottage up north together. How should they title that property? Well, that depends on what they want to happen when one of them dies. If Paul dies first, and he wants his half to go to John, then the property should be titled as joint tenants with full rights of survivorship. To make this happen, the deed needs to clearly state those words next to their names, John and Paul as joint tenants with full rights of survivorship. All the surviving brother needs to do is record a death certificate of the brother who died first, and then he alone owns the cottage outright. But what if they want their 50% share to pass to their spouse or children and not to the surviving brother? Then they're going to want to title the deed as John and Paul as tenants in common. Then upon the death of the first brother, the survivor still owns his half, but the deceased brother's share will pass to whoever his heirs are. But here's the kicker. Absent some additional planning, there will need to be a probate to update the deed to reflect just exactly who the new owners are for the 50% that belong to the brother who died. Now, if you come across the deed that doesn't specify either tenants in common or joint tenants with full rights of survivorship, what type of joint tenancy was created? The answer might surprise you, but it is automatically treated as a tenants in common deed. Michigan law says that there's no rights of survivorship unless the deed specifically says it. So there you have it, a short explanation on how two types of joint tenancy work on real estate deeds. Hopefully, this information helps you to understand an area of the law that affects nearly every one of us at one time or another, but is often misunderstood. Thank you.